Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Strategic Command World War I in our play-by-email multiplayer series with Agrippa Maxenius. This is episode number 6. That's a long intro. Let's get to last turn's replay. Okay, here we go. What has Agrippa in store for us this time? We made some pretty significant gains along the eastern front. Again, please watch that from Agrippa's side, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2. A lot of reinforcements. He's actually fallen back to Sarajevo, which was smart. I was pressuring it. Submarine is diving from an attack. Okay, that's good that he wasted his attack on that. He replaced that unit, which was smart. 3, 2, not good. He's gonna kill it. 3, 3. And then that one obviously shattered. 4. Oh my gosh. 4, 3. Interesting. We did have a submarine. This is going all over the place. Okay, 3, 3. That's good. 2, 1. He still has artillery left after all that. Ooh. 2, 3. But against a detachment, that's really bad. Okay, so we lost the first corps from the British Expeditionary Force. Other stuff's going on. Von Spee defeats the Royal Navy. Ottoman Empire prepares for war. Bulgaria, they've actually moved Bulgaria towards the Central Powers, 18%. We have disrupted a lot of the Sweden-Germany convoy, 44455. So that's 22. Fear of German raiders. Okay, I didn't even read all of that, but luckily I'm recording this, so at least I'll be able to look at it when I make the video for you. The Anzac stuff is now ready to sail to Europe, and a decision needs to be taken as to its destination. The activities of the German Pacific Squadron may impede their progress, but all being well, the Anzacs should arrive in Europe in the middle of December. These soldiers are all volunteers who are brimming with enthusiasm for the struggle ahead. And you do hear from a lot of people that there's some of the most courageous fighters in the war. Would you like them to sail directly to Bristol, or would you rather have them disembark slightly earlier date in Egypt? Now this is pretty interesting, because I think I do want them in Egypt, only because I think the Western Front has more or less been held. The Anzacs served first at Gallipoli and then later on the Western Front, while their light horse units played a prominent role in the Middle East, most notably in Beersheba in 1917. The Anzacs were acclaimed as tough fighters, but they also became renowned for their indiscipline and resistance to traditional military authority, being independently minded and more willing to stick up for themselves than their counterparts in the British Army. Anzac Day is still celebrated annually in Australia and New Zealand. Yep, that's right. So anyways, interesting. Yes, they go to England. No, they go to Egypt. We're going to send them to Egypt. First Lord of the Admiralty, Winston Churchill. German naval units operating in the Pacific and South Atlantic are affecting our trade and income. Now that Rear Admiral Craddock's squadron has been defeated at Cornell, the calls for action against them have grown louder and more urgent. To ensure a swift resolution of this, it is recommended that we send the Invincible battlecruiser to the South Atlantic to deal with Graf von Spee's squadron. Otherwise, she will deploy at Plymouth. Would you like to send the Invincible to South Atlantic? Okay, so this is interesting. Yeah, there's a 30% chance that she'll be equipped to... Oh, okay. If you say yes, then providing she survives the engagement, she'll return to UK in first service in the Grand Fleet. There will be no further interference from our trade from von Spee. There's a 30% chance that she will be crippled in the engagement, in which case she will not return, and even if she does, she will almost certainly need to be repaired. Despite the risk, it is recommended to send it Okay. I will say yes. We don't need her right now. Ooh, and hey, we got the tiger. Tiger uppercut. One more corps for French. And 2 very, very needed Russian corps. So really not that much to go to... I mean, there's really not that much going on. The fronts are pretty static. The things I'm going to be looking most curious to see is... Yeah, so Antwerp might be a possibility. Unlikely. Extremely unlikely. I just want to verify that although we lost this German unit, yeah, it is possible to get it back. Unfortunately, we lost all the darn experience, which was what I was so worried about. Oh. Yeah, no, we did. We did lose. The first corps was one of the 2 experienced ones. We couldn't get her back. We do have 2 British units that might be able to break it back into Antwerp. This unit only has strength supply of 4, which means that it is extremely worthwhile, if at all possible, for us to try to break it, because it will be destroyed. And their supply up here is just very, in general, very weak. So that's something to think about. No opportunities here or here. None really. And I don't know, we can always go to the points and see if they're actually able to spend any points on research right now. I don't think so. Let's go to research. Yeah, so research and diplomacy, nothing happened. Research, diplomacy, research. So nothing has happened the last turn for them. So this is a turn, this is my turn, their turn, my turn, their turn, my turn, their turn, my turn, their turn, my turn. So yeah, let's see if that's true with the Austro-Hungarians. You'd have to imagine that we've cut all of their ability to do anything because we're pushing so hard. And it's the same thing for us with the Russians on the Eastern Front. So the really nice thing is that we will have an opportunity to dismiss the naval battles now. We'll be able to just cut through all of that. Actually, finding this submarine here is... Well, we know exactly what we're going to do with it. Okay. Got hit. So we'll want to see where the other... Got her. We'll keep chasing this one. I think we'll even go in with our 3. I'm willing to take losses. And what we want to do now is actually get around. I may even deploy one of these units off. I want to... Let's see, this one with the 6 is the best. I want to make sure that when she starts scouting forward, she actually runs into the light cruiser, which is going to slow her down. Basically, it's going to stop her from being able to advance as far as she might like to. Yeah, otherwise, I think, even though I would like to repair the 6s and all that, I don't think we're going to be able to do that. I think I'll do this. Okay, they dove from the attack. We do want to know where they went. I think they went this way. There it is. So there she is. She has a supply of 7. This guy has a supply of 6. So let's get this one to a port just... Okay, I'm going to take this dreadnought out. So put this guy into port just for a turn to get him back up and running. I think a dreadnought of 5 is sufficient that we can take that one out as well. It's kind of crazy, but desperate times and all that. So basically, we need these units to be manning the front, to be not manning the front, but manning our blockade. Now that we are, we should be ready for it. And the really good news is we are also going to have a chance to see what they have here. Okay, there it is. That's great. We'll just park ourselves right here. We are now raiding from the Norwegian line, which is wasn't exactly intentional. I just wanted to see what they had left, but they do have one battleship left, so we do have to be a little bit careful. Okay, so anyways, I can get back to do anything else I need to do from the fleet, but let me just finish my overview. Western Front we already talked about, mostly going to be static, maybe up in the north where they're out of supply. We can push. Does not look like we'll be able to do anything in the south. Over in Russia, it looks like they're pulling back in the north. So this is good news for us. Huge news, in fact, which means that a lot of these forces that we've built up in the north, we'll probably be doing some reinforcing to get them back up to strength. But the ones we don't, why? Oh, supply of 5. So we're having some supply issues, and that's simply because I never, even though I should have, and I really still need to, we never got an HQ up there. And this is the HQ which we need to get up there. The problem is we're just a little bit shy. So yes, oh God, we're in such sad shape, unfortunately. I think we're still going to be able to take Lemberg this turn. We'll probably just push really hard and use our 10 right here for the final push. Oh wow, that 10's got some... 2 to 3 against a German unit is insane. They did not advance, so we might be able to push in the south a little bit. Obviously, I don't want to attack the German unit, but I can probably just march in, attack the cavalry, and then retreat. They did heal the Marines, which is great news, so that we can just keep damaging that unit. Marines, do they have... Their 150 attachment is 45. So they're somewhere in the middle. 225 versus 150 versus 75. 75, 150, and then 225. I see. So they're the 2/3. So if we can get 2 to 1 against them, that's a good exchange. 3 to 2. I mean, I should say, if it's in our favor, they take 3 losses, we take 2. That's dead even. I don't even know if we want to march into Kutno and then try to retreat. If we had cavalry right here, we could do that. But anyway, let's look at Serbia. Serbia was looking good. Sarajevo is now protected. That also means that there is a small gap in their line where we could actually move forward. I'm seeing some 1-to-1s here, so it's possible we could try to push against the Austro-Hungarians. And you can tell the Austro-Hungarians are not even having enough points to reinforce entirely, which is fantastic. And we can just continue that trend. In fact, the 1-to-3 here seems still to be the best option. Not only that, but then we can swap them and heal this unit. So, yeah, I mean, things are starting to snowball. I feel like things are getting a little bit out of hand for the Central Powers. I'll do some off-camera work to figure out what's going on. But, okay, Ottomans are definitely joining. And we haven't done any diplomacy to get Italy in yet. I'm pretty sure that some of their diplomacy has brought... Ooh, wow, they actually brought Bulgaria a little bit closer. Where's Romania? Only 20%. So I guess we're going to have to invest. We just have to invest in Italy this turn. We might even make it like a huge... So I guess what I'd like to do is invest in research and then invest in diplomacy. That makes more sense to me, so we'll figure it all out, and I'll come back when I do. I think we're going to start over here. We're going to do an attack on Antwerp. Please, yes. Okay, 3-1 went poorly for us, but still got the hit on Antwerp. I'm an idiot. I did not attack them first. Which, I mean, the readiness is down to 42, so I'm just going to pull this guy back. I know that this is only my 1 experience core, but try to go in and get it done. Ooh, got 2 done. Okay, so that offset the previous situation. This one may now have an ability to do some damage before I draw him completely off the front. He was able to get 1 damage done. And he can pull all the way off the front. Perfect. We'll have to do some repairs on that one, needless to say. Now what I'd like to do is attack with the cavalry, because I'd like to get into Antwerp and defend in the same turn, which is kind of crazy. But if we can, I'd like to do it. So, you will be 4, which means you could still move back. Let's attack with this one first. 1-to-1 probably. Oh, okay, that's fine. Let's move him here. Let's bring our other cavalry in. Got it. Okay. Not bad. I mean, that's not as bad as I was thinking. And now the situation is we have the ability to move this force into Antwerp. Oh my gosh. To kill this unit, or... This is actually huge. We have a choice between killing this unit, which is supply of 5, but its experience is 1.62. I think we have to kill it. The alternative is I was going to try to fortify, which we have the points to... Oh, we don't have the points to do. Okay, so then it's pretty obvious. We're just going to eliminate this force. And we did take 1 hit. Despite it being a 0-2, I'll have you know, game. What's the situation now? I think what we want to do is move this cavalry back, move this down, and move this down. So, we're going to be in kind of okay shape. Okay, so that was a pretty successful attack. We've broken in back into Antwerp. The line is kind of open here. I don't want to do too many attacks. So basically, I want to do only attacks which will give us a benefit. And by that I mean, let's not do attacks which are going to be like 4-1, 3-1, not even 2-1 if we can help it. So like this 3-2, the reason why I don't think that that's good is just because if we had this 3-2 and then this became a 2-3 and we could go 50-50 with them, I think that would be a fair exchange. But when we attack, that means we're not... I mean, we need to probably like rotate. We might have enough people to do such an attack. I didn't think about this. So I need to spend a little bit more time off camera before we address more of this. That's what I should do. I actually noticed that this Brussels unit is entrenched the wrong way. Probably from my entrenchment. And the mine itself is not actually entrenched. So I'm going to move this unit forward. Let's see what we have here. We have a 2-2 and a 3-0. Okay, so the mine is possible to attack. It's possible to get this mine. This cavalry can, if we move this one up here, yeah, we can move this unit here if we want. Okay, so let's move this unit. I think we're going to start attacking the... So this unit is the less valuable. If we want to return to defend the mine, we actually want this unit to attack first. 2-2. It was fair. 2-2. Now, if we can pinch this area 2-3, I think we are going to do this. Okay, this is successful. This is going to be a successful run. Unfortunately, this unit is the most vulnerable. Actually, we're going to end up with... Okay, this is actually okay. We're going to end up with 1 extra unit by closing the line like this. That's actually still somehow a 2-2. Wow, they're going to go down kicking. Now, we got national morale, and we did completely eliminate the supply 4 up here, but this one obviously not. Now, I could move in. You have 2 action points remaining. I don't want to move in with... I really don't want to move in with any of these. And in fact, the Brussels entrenchment facing the wrong way is actually going to benefit them when I move in from the south. However, I would like to remove this mine from them. Do we have any cavalry which can... No, that's 6. So what I want is a unit which can get in there and leave. 2 action points remaining. You can't even get in there. So if we want to do anything, we have to go in with somebody completely. I guess we're going to do it. I guess we're going to move forward with this unit. Entrench. Actually, yeah, we'll move forward with this unit and entrench. Okay, so we'll just do this. We'll go ahead and try to defend the line here instead. And I have, like I said, I don't think we ever have to worry about losing Verdun, so I think I'd rather just go with 2 sides. And you can move in, which, yeah, he's going to be vulnerable from... Trying to figure out a way I can do this. 1, 2, swap. And still entrench, but there's no way I can imagine doing this. Guess we just have to do this. Okay, well, good luck to this guy. He probably is going to be killed next turn. But he'll be in good supply, as far as I can tell. Yeah, 9, So it'll be fine. We'll be fine on supply. So we'll just have to rebuild him. We will build him again. We will rebuild him. We'll make him better. You can move in here, so you can move in there. Nobody can move in there unless this guy does. So he has to move in, unfortunately. It's probably not the worst thing. Let's just do 2 sides. And who wants to move in? They're both used, right? Yeah, it sounds terrible. They're both used. This guy can get up here, though. Although, we'd rather this one move. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to bring up some... And we have one other force that we can deploy. This unit is the one that will be lost for sure, which means they're not going to be able to break through over here. So we probably don't need to worry about it, but... I will worry about it, because that's just how I am. And this unit to here. This cavalry to here to swap these two so that I can reinforce him. And he's fine to stay there. I didn't even micromanage my HQs, but I don't know. I don't think Agrippa's micromanaging his, so we're playing on even footing in that case. Don't really think it matters which one of these two I defend. Like, this one's going to be hardest to break through, so it's really just this unit we're worried about. I'll move this one here just to posture, so just in case he sees wherever his cavalry is going to see beyond our lines, and we want them to see just a full line just to keep intimidating him. 3-1, 3-2. I still don't think it's worth it to do this, not until we get artillery, so we'll wait on the artillery. They're also going to get... The Germans, I mean, are going to get another set of artillery, so we're going to have to eventually deal with that. And I think that's it. So we got off... I think we had a good turn on the west. We're just pushing slowly. We're going to force the Germans to use points. That's one of the reasons why I almost didn't want to kill this unit, because I don't know if Agrippa is going to reinforce with new units. I don't know. But he certainly would want to reinforce a unit with 2, which would draw some of his points away for the next turn. Anyway, I don't know if I'll do anything else here. I think that's done for the Western Front, and now we'll move on to the east. Well, since we're in a pretty good shape over by Memel and really over by Königsberg, what I want to do is shift this unit south. Why? Because I'd always rather that my just 2 sides, I think. Well, that other one doesn't matter anyway. I'd always rather that my detachments are being attacked, because remember, they're 3 times easier to reinforce, or to heal. Yeah. We'll move this guy down, he'll get healed next turn, and then probably what we're going to do is spend a lot of points. And we're going to shift some units, and we're probably going to spend points just getting these guys back up to strength. So we have 374. I do want, if at all possible, I may even want to just do this right now. I want to kick industrial technology up one more time. I'm just going to do that. I think it's really important to do that, so let's just do that first so we know how many points we have to deal with. Since this unit is not going to be able to repair fully, I'd rather just wait for it to go into full supply. By the way, supply situation, these guys are getting a little bit low, so I'm going to move the HQ up here instead. And that way this will become a 10, and it'll propagate supply to the front a lot better up here, because we have the 10 right here in Grodno, which is supplying these guys. So 9, 8, 7, and this will be 10, 9, 8, 7. So this will be an 8, this is a 9. So we get a lot of benefit out of moving the HQ this close. We're going to leave this buffer, because I think it's still worthwhile to do so. I will only defend from these 2 sides, though. We're not expecting to lose this front line, not yet at least. We have this cavalry, which, I mean, I've been talking about scouting in the south. I would much rather have this cavalry in the south. We do have, not purchase, it's going to bring up now. Yeah, we do have these units which we can deploy, and where can they deploy? Well, they can't deploy directly to the front, which is a good sign. It means that we've pushed in a little bit of, a little ways, but I'll probably deploy one right here, and then probably another one down here. So again, I'll try to do that, learning from my previous mistakes. I'll try to do that at the very end. This unit has a 2-2 it can do here, and then it can retreat back to Warsaw based on my 2 action point cost to attack and 2 action point to move back calculation. A 1-to-1 trade with the Germans is favorable, and okay, a 1-to-3 trade is remarkable. Just completely remarkable. He's done his job. We'll move him actually really as far back as we can. I kind of want to move this unit forward now. The 2 it'll take here, an attack, and then he'll either be able to move back. He'll be able to move back and I'll be able to swap him. So I think I am going to continue to do the attacks here. These 2 are probably best off repairing or reinforcing. But now that we have this advantage, let me just... Whoa! And we could just move back into Warsaw directly. That's fine, because I want this unit to move here, and then he'll entrench. So we'll do it like this. So we're not going to try to get to Kutno. I know that that would have been really nice. The thing is I don't have cavalry here, which is exactly what this unit is supposed to do. Solve this lack of cavalry problem. In fact, what I'd like to do is... Well, shucks. I can't get a unit here and reinforce. This guy needs to either... Oh, I can. No, I can't. I can't entrench. I think this unit has to leave because I can't entrench. I want to heal and entrench, but obviously you can't do both, so we have a decision to make there. I'll come back. Alright, lots of juicy targets down here. 1-2, a 1-2, but a 1-2 is better, and what's best is a 1-3. So let's go ahead and take this 1-3, which means I'm going to elect not to repair with this unit. It looks like we only got a 2 out of that, I think. Yeah, I'll take this. That was a 3. And he did retreat. It's a little bit dicey to move forward here. Okay, I think I will, because this is a detachment. This is a really... Wait a second. If I move forward... This guy has the means to move here. Move forward with this guy and... Okay, well... I think I'm maybe the unluckiest person to ever live, that didn't work. If I move back, which I think I will do... It's going to take 4 to move in. It's going to take 4 to move in. Otherwise, we could shuffle everyone, and that guy can move here. I guess. I mean, I think it's worth it to kick this Austro-Hungarian unit out. It's going to make Agrippa feel the pressure more. So that's my goal, just to make him feel the pressure. Of course, I was hoping to reinforce this unit, but I guess we're going to have to deal with the... Wait, no, undo. This guy's already struck. Oh, lordy. So it'd have to be this guy who moves, and then they're all going to have to shift down and right. Okay. Well, we can do that. We have no good targets for this 7 anyway. I'd rather it be that 9, but can't do that, so here we go. Please just don't take a hit. Thank you. And here we go. Shuffle, shuffle. We're good. Alright, and now we can heal. I don't think we're ready to attack Lemberg this turn. We're going to continue to strangle it. That's my goal. And we'll just do some healing then. Unless this is... Okay, this is a 1-2, so let's do the attack here. Only went 1-1. Then we do a swap. Yes. 1-3. Which only went... Okay, that's fine. That's acceptable. Nobody can get in there, but again, this is just he's going to be feeling the pressure. Funny, if we hadn't killed that unit off, this unit would not have retreated. So, food for thought. Stanislaw is more important to hold for us, so I'm going to swap these 2. And then that unit can't even reinforce. But he had already attacked, so he couldn't reinforce anyway. What am I thinking? Oh, but this unit could swap in. Stupid. I should have swapped these 2 when the 7 was still there and then reinforced. But I didn't. Okay, fine. You just... No use crying over spilled milk. Let's just look and see what this attack would be like. It was a 1-1. And they're at supply of 4. I mean, they're in very bad shape. I think we'll just... Okay, let's do it. I got a 2. Ended up a 1. That's kind of what I expected, actually. So you would move... I think we'll do this. 1-1 probably. Oh, okay. Well, the payback is it's only fair. If we wanted to get really aggressive, we could move this unit forward, but I think I'll just heal him this turn so that we have better reinforcements next turn. And I think that's the eastern front done as well. So essentially I gotta mix this up a little bit, but I need to think more about it. Where does this mountain go? I have 2 new units that are coming in. These guys need a shuffle. So I probably need to do this shuffle as well. Move this 10 down here. Move this 10 here. And probably... Oh yeah, I see the problem. We might need to move this guy around the edge. And that 6 needs to come here where it can heal next turn. I mean, I honestly don't know. The advantage of moving here is that it would take... No, I mean, it's going to take 2 either way. 1, 2, so... There's no advantage in moving this unit here, except for that I can move this guy further, so let's do it. And now they're essentially both on the same movement point path away from the south. Okay. Yeah, so I'll come back and I'll just figure out the rest of this, but now it's time to look at Serbia. Well, it's impossible for me not to take advantage of a 1-3, especially against the Germans, so I'm just going to do that. Ended up being a 2-3. I'm still okay with that. 75% readiness, 71. We're going to swap them and heal. And 3-1 is not good enough for me to care about, so we'll just sit this guy out this turn. We have a 2-2 with a detachment against infantry. I will take that. 2-2 end up going 3-1, which is terrible, but that's sometimes... I mean, we're getting lucky in places I'm not paying attention to, I'm sure, so... Let me just, acknowledge that. Let's do this attack. Is it worth it? Austro-Hungary. Yeah, it's going to force them to spend more points. Went 1-2, which is good for us. Now I'm thinking I'm going to move this unit forward. And then I'm going to move this unit forward. Now he should have a worse... Well, 1-2. He should have a worse time attacking right now than... Because he's moved already. So let's do this 1-2. 1-2, I think. 2-2, of course. And then this guy... God, 2-2. And this... So this unit has supply of 5. He won't be completely eliminated, but we at least are kicking him out of there. Seems good to me. And nobody has the means to move in there. That's fine, actually. I kind of feel even a little bit overextended, but they have a 6, an 8, and a 10. What are they really going to do? So I think we're okay. We're done with Serbia, and now we have to move... yeah, we got to do this whole thing. We'll do the damage. I'm stupid. I wanted this guy not to be in that mode. Oh, good. We can change him. Good, good, good. So, move here. I don't know what I want him to do yet. So let me just... I think that they have another ship this way. So I'm kind of trying to be a little bit conservative. Let's move this one more aggressively. It's weird. Why did it happen like that? So because this is an armored cruiser, attacking it should be better for an armored cruiser, another armored cruiser. We're expecting a 1-2, and it was an 0-2, even better. This is where I do want to... this might... Nah, you shouldn't do that with a... Yeah, now you have a lot of action points remaining. Okay, let's move out of the way. All I wanted to do is make sure this hex itself is exactly safe. Do this. 2. Please be a 1. Thank you. And get this guy the hell out of here. And now that Dreadnought should be able to finish him off. Oh, God. A 1-1 with a Dreadnought attacking an armored cruiser. That's preposterous. Not good. Definitely not good. We have a unit which can reach. Thank God. Okay. So let's pull this unit back. Move this sub forward. They're probably right here. Move this one here. That's why he has to find me no matter what. I'll move this light cruiser here. We'll just patrol along this line. Okay, looks like no submarines because the submarine is right here. So this is at supply of 0 already. I'll still do the attack on it. Its supply is 0. I don't think at supply 0 that they can retreat. They can do their dive. Let's try to attack it with our... I don't think these guys have any ability to actually affect it, but maybe. Okay, move this guy up and have this guy attack. Got it. Okay, that's good. And we can't reinforce this unit, can we? No, not after doing that, which makes sense, but I actually would want to if I could. Okay, so that's that. That navy is all set. And this guy, he can still move. I guess we'll just defend our dreadnought. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Battleship here probably needs to get back to port as well. Which port? Good question. Oh, you have supply of 9. But I do want to heal you. You're like the submarines I am a little bit worried about, because if the Germans deploy more submarines down here, they have that event. I do want a capable seaplane carrier available. Alright, well that is everything, really. There's reinforcement to do. I'm going to go check on the reinforcement, and then we'll do research. I did miss one spot in the line. I have this 1 to 2, which I would like to do. It ended up being a 2 to 1. You gotta be kidding me! Stop it! Okay, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 3. Okay, fine. Okay, we knew that they'd be defending down there. I'm still gonna do this kind of reckless attack. Okay, 3, 0. Good. So move this guy off the line as well. And I think I'm gonna move this unit in to try to get the kill. Okay, a 1 to 2 against either of these. I'd prefer it against the core since that's harder to reinforce. Damn, 2 to 2. Bad luck. Because this mountain can get here. Or undo that. I can deploy, remember, I have to remind myself that I can actually deploy new units to the front. So a new unit can just pop into Radom, which I think I do want to do, because the unit which is already built up, so this unit, 50%, I basically don't expect this unit to be needed in a defense or an attack next turn, but this unit, who I'm going to push forward here, possibly could be. In fact, I don't want to push him here exactly, because then that 7 won't be able to retreat. That 7 is pretty weak. Yeah, this is actually pretty tough. I might want to move this unit down here, which would further defend the new unit. And then put my other new unit, where did I want it? I don't even know. I think I'm okay with this. We need to figure this out. Let's just do it right now on camera. I need to move here and entrench. I think I will leave the line kind of weird. Oh, that's right. No, I don't want to, because I want this unit to get down here so that we have better scouting information. Because I'm a real dummy. I didn't even do this attack with my... Yeah, my guys. And then we'll want to reinforce. You know what? Maybe I do want to reinforce. I think I'll just do this. Very aggressive reinforcing. We're down to 80 points. 18 points, sorry. We're down to 18 points, so that's pretty much all the reinforcing we can do. Which is good, because that's, I think, all the reinforcing I need to do. We could sit on this line, but I also want to go over here and just let these guys know that we're coming for them. So that took their morale down by 12. And then I want to pop... Oh, heck. I can just sit in port here. So we'll let this line just be my defensive line, and then we'll... Yeah. Until these guys get down to like very low supply, we'll keep them on the line. Sweet. I think that worked out pretty well. This guy is going to auto-entrench. He's up to entrenchment 2 already. That's perfect. This is not bad. If they want to move in here, I've left it open for them. Oh, yes. I have left it open for them, haven't I? Stupid thing is, this unit could have moved in here if I had just opened my eyes and done the cavalry first. But since I didn't, now we have this weird situation. They're not going to be able to get in there anyways. 1, 2, 3. It would take 4, 5 to get there, so that they don't have a unit which can get in there. So we're fine. We're fine for this turn at least. And I'll have to be a little bit more aware or, conscious of things next turn. Okay, so research. Let me look. Okay, so I think we got some interesting decisions here. For the British, we can either do one of these, command and control or infantry. We can improve anti-submarine warfare. There's quite a few options, unfortunately. I mean, well, this is a good thing, right? But trench warfare, I'm neglecting. If we had 2 more points, what I would say is... what was I thinking? I don't know. So we're probably going to go with one of these which have a more immediate benefit. The anti-submarine warfare, okay, that is actually going to be really useful. Let's just invest 3 into this so that we're going to be caught up eventually. For the French, same kind of idea. Artillery weapons is at 1x, and that's going to be important. We have trench warfare going on already. The command and control and infantry warfare we're behind on. We know the Germans are doing really well. So there's also diplomacy, which we've neglected so far, and probably we should start using with the British. Most of the fighting is going to happen with the French, right? So the British, having them focus on anti-submarine warfare for their navy, and then having them focus on just getting more points makes sense. And then let's forget about command and control and infantry warfare from the British for now. And let's worry about that more from the French, since they're the ones who are doing 90% of the frontline fighting in the West. So I am a big fan of hurrying things which are already researching along. I think what I'm going to do is hurry up the French artillery and then speed up even more the trench warfare, which is looking less and less necessary as the French, but that's probably the only points I'll put in. Well, I'm sure that's the only points I'll put into both of these. From now on, it'll be infantry warfare, command and control. And then, we're investing a little bit in research at least, so that things look better for us in the future. As the Russians, we already did our research, so we'll just keep bumping up industrial technology as much as possible. But obviously the Russians have a serious fight on their hands, and that's all for this turn. I think things are going a little bit slower now, but I think that's a good thing for us, and it means that. Well, I mean, Serbia is looking great. They have a lot of points left over, 80, but I'm going to leave all those points. Because I suspect that since we did a lot of attacks this turn, we're going to need a lot of reinforcement next turn, and I'd rather make a decision about whether or not to buy another detachment, for example. I'd rather make that decision. I'd probably like to do it for the Montenegrins, honestly, not the Serbians, just because of HQ limitations. This is exactly the number that this can... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's exactly the number that we can have, which I could garner by looking at their research level, which is 2. Yeah, so they're 2 over 5, which is 7. Yeah, so we'll just leave it there, and then we'll buy another unit for the Montenegrins so that we can get, if we want to get another detachment, it should be down here. Anyway, that's going to conclude this episode. I think things are looking good, and we're going to get the blockade set up and hopefully chase down this renegade submarine. You know what? I know that I would like to. We don't have the points to... Well, we have a few points, but I think what I'm going to do is sneak... Let's have this guy covered like that. We don't have... We got a destroyer around here, which we can get up here. And I'll look around for these other little things that we probably could do. Maybe it'd be nice to get... So I think what I'm going to do is actually have this... I want to do the blockade, but I don't... Okay, why don't I reinforce this guy and then do this, which is a little bit risky, but not too risky, I don't think. And then hopefully if this light cruiser is not discovered this turn, I don't think it will be. Wait, you're in a port, yeah, so you don't need to move. So we have the full blockade -2. And we'll start looking into doing diplomacy, which we haven't looked to do quite yet. Okay, we're going to cut to the end of the turn now. See what happens. Okay, Russian forces mobilized in the Caucasus. That's good because we know the Ottomans are just about to go to war. The Goban enter service. And the Ottomans are mobilizing for war throughout the Middle East. Oh, they've joined the Central Powers, and now they're at war with the Entente. Okay, so this is actually bad because the Ottomans can join, or any nation as far as I know, can join either on one person's turn, the end of one person's turn, or the end of another person's turn. Okay, so our Indian forces took some casualties, but at least they landed. Ottomans are suffering from typhus fever or something. Anyway, it's just not good if it happens on the end of your turn, because then they get basically a free turn to act without you having time to put your defenses in place. Anyways, we did sink the Renegade Graf Spee, and there's a few pop-ups. Looks like anti-submarine warfare is almost developed, which is good. And Belgium's actually moving its government back to Antwerp. And there we have the points final. So this is where we'll wrap this video up. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, take care and vive l'entente!